Does this sound familiar to you? You would really need to work on something important, maybe studying for an exam, working on your business, doing something for your job, learning a language. However, whenever it's time to start doing that, you grab your phone and you start scrolling on Instagram or on TikTok. And what can happen then? You might end up scrolling for hours, and after a few hours you realize all I did was scrolling on social media and I did nothing important. I did nothing that could improve my life. I didn't work towards my goals. And then you feel depressed about yourself, and then it's even more difficult to start working on your goals. In today's video, we'll be talking about, first of all, why do we enjoy scrolling so much from the point of view of neuroscience, what is happening in our brains that keeps us scrolling and scrolling, and second of all, how to finally break that pattern by using a simple trick. More in today's video. Hi, I have a PhD in neuroscience, and on the channel Neuroproductivity we talk about developing healthy habits and achieving our goals using principles of neuroscience. In today's video we'll be talking about why do we end up scrolling on our phones instead of working on something important, instead of working on our goals, and how to solve this problem. First of all, I want you to understand that TikTok and Instagram are made in that way to be addictive for our brains. Our brains really enjoy flashy images and things that are happening really fast. So there is a dopamine spike in our brains that makes us feel happier. So you need to know that those videos and social networks are designed in a way to keep us scrolling over and over again. It has similar effects as some drugs. So basically, the more you scroll, the more you want to be scrolling because you feel happier. That's the first thing you need to understand. Second of all, it's much easier to scroll on Instagram or on TikTok than to actually get some work done, right? When you're scrolling on your Instagram, you just need to watch your phone and you don't have to do anything actively. When you need to work on something important, you need to sit down, you need to think, you need to maybe even do some physical work. If not physical, then definitely mental work. And our brains doesn't like that. The brain wants to preserve as much as energy as possible. So of course, the brain would prefer you to scroll on Instagram and use no energy rather than actually do something important where you need to use a lot of brain power and energy. Now that we understand that whenever we need to do something important, we end up scrolling because scrolling is first of all easier for our brains. Second of all, it's really addictive. How to solve this problem? A very simple solution that works for me tremendously is to set, whenever you need to work on something, to set a 15-minute timer and to work on that just for 15 minutes. What is going to happen in that case? So first of all, for your brain, working for 15 minutes doesn't seem so hard, and as I already mentioned, the brain tries to preserve energy. So as 15 minutes doesn't seem too hard, it would be easier for you to start and work on something that doesn't seem too difficult. Second effect, that is like a ripple effect, is once you start working on something, after 15 minutes you might start enjoying it. So your brain is going to shift the state from scrolling on social media to, okay, now I'm doing something else. Actually, it's not difficult. Maybe I could even enjoy it. So after 15 minutes, we might continue working. Maybe we even start enjoying it. So the trick to stop endless scrolling is to set a 15 minutes timer and to work on whatever you need to work for 15 minutes. And trust me, you will most likely be willing to continue working on that thing. And the best way to start working on important tasks and to stop scrolling on your social media is to work with a coach. If you're interested in working with me, you can check in the description down below. There is a link. You can schedule a free 20-minute session. So the first session is for free, where we can discuss one-on-one on what are the problems that you're facing, and I could give you some suggestions on how to solve this problem. So to summarize this video, why do we end up scrolling on social media when we would really need to be working on something more important? It is because of two reasons. First of all, because it's easier for us. It's easier to scroll on social media than to do some important work, and our brains always want to preserve energy. And second of all, because those videos on social media are really addictive for our brains. And in order to solve this problem, you want to set a timer for 15 minutes, work on something for 15 minutes, and then after that you will most likely 99% be willing to continue working on that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep in touch with my new videos, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.